Time has come for us to start Monday, May 16th, 2022, Finance and Purchasing Committee meeting. Roll call, please.
Alderman Newsom.
Present.
Alderman Waukegan. Alderman Hayes. Alderman Florian.
Present.
Alderman Rivera.
Present.
We have a quorum. I'll take a motion to approve the minutes from April 18th, 2022, Finance and Purchasing Committee.
I'll motion.
Motion by Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Florian. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Motion carried. Item D, can I get a motion to approve Special Finance and Purchasing Committee meeting from April 4th, 2022?
I will motion.
Second.
Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Florian. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Is there anyone in the audience that wants to speak on anything that's on the Finance and Purchasing Committee agenda tonight? Seeing none, we're going to go to item 2, new business. Item A, motion to adopt a resolution approving renewal of an annual maintenance agreement with Blackboard Incorporated and a not-to-exceed amount of $39,157.13 pursuant to the joint purchasing exceptions, Section 2-458, subsection I-3. The Blackboard Connect for Government service is a mass calling service the City of Waukegan uses for citywide notifications such as boil orders, neighborhood watches, emergency notifications. City has access to the Blackboard Connect service GSA Joint Purchasing Contract number G-35F-0554M. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion by Alderman Florian, second by Alderman Rivera. The funding will come from line item 555-9159-24801. Are there any questions to this motion? Alderman Florian.
So this is, I believe, what I call our reverse 911, right? Like where we call out when there's. So I've used this before in my ward to notify people of events like dumpsters or ward meetings or whatever. The success rate is really low. Like, I'm going to say 10%. I know Jane and David aren't in here, and they usually run the numbers for me, but it's horrifically low. And so I'm just wondering, is there a better way of doing it? Is there, how do we make this better?
Thank you, Alderman. The plan is to have this for just this 1 year and then move on to another technology. The whole drive between this one is the boil order requirement for mass, when we have to flush hydrants and we have to issue boil orders. That's really a drive for this one. And you're right, there are better technologies out there. We're starting to use them.
Okay. So in a year, it'll be better, you're telling me?
I don't expect to renew this next time.
Okay.
So in a year or so, we'll be going out for RFPs or whatever to see if there's a different route we can go?
Yes, Alderman. I'm going to be working with Antonio from the water plant, so we satisfy that requirement because that's a safety issue.
Right.
And
okay.
It can be used also for other
right.
automatic notifications and such. Yeah, I'm hoping for a better solution, yes.
Okay.
So this is just in the interim?
Sir.
All right.
Any more questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian.
Aye.
Alderman Rivera.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye. Motion carried. Item B, motion to approve spending authority for the purchase of CDW-G servers in the not-to-exceed amount of $62,000 for fiscal year 2022-2023 pursuant to the joint purchasing exception, Section 2-458, subsection I-3. This amount will come from budget line item 100-1037-24801, 100-302024801, 100-607724801, 100-910124801. Can I get a motion on the floor?
I'll motion.
Motion by Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Florian. Are there any questions to this motion?
I have a
Alderman
question.
Rivera.
Is this in addition to, or is this upgrading our systems?
This is a replacement of aged systems we have to retire.
Okay. All right, so this is a huge upgrade for us.
It is an upgrade we need. We actually need more.
Okay, all right.
I'm moving at the pace I
Baby
can.
steps.
As I can.
Got it. All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Newsom,
Aye, motion carried. Item C, motion to approve spending authority to purchase iSANS data storage equipment from Cybernetics in the not to exceed amount of $315,000 pursuant to the sole source exception, Section 2-458, subsection I-1. Can I get a motion on the floor?
I'll motion.
Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Florian. Are there any questions to this motion?
Can you just
Alderman
explain,
Florian.
sorry, can you just explain sole source? Like they're the only people that do this exact thing?
They're the people that make this SAN or storage network component or storage unit. We've been using this platform for 10 years.
So it goes with our
So
equipment?
it goes with the platforms we
Okay.
have.
Perfect.
And the reason for it is I need them for the servers.
Got it.
Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Newsom,
Aye, motion carried. Item D, motion to approve spending authority to purchase Office 365 software migration services and computer engineering support service from GHA Technologies Incorporation in the not to exceed amount of $26,100 pursuant to the professional service exemption, Section 2-458, subsection I-4. The IT department requests authorization to purchase this technology for professional services as defined from the formal bidding procedures pursuant to subsection 2-458, subsection I-4. Can I get a motion on the floor?
So moved.
Alderman Florian,
I'll second.
Alderman Rivera, second. Questions to the motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Newsom,
Aye. Motion carried. Item E, motion to approve spending authority to amend and update the three-year software, Microsoft software maintenance contract with Dell Technologies in a not-to-exceed amount of $500,000 for the period of May 1st, 2021 to April 30th, 2025 pursuant to the joint purchasing exemption, Section 2-458, subsection I-3. This is for a three-year period. The original total renewal contract cost was $323,723.60. The updated three-year contract total amount of $439,253.02. It will be billed yearly. First year, fiscal year 2022, $126,729.94. Fiscal year 23, $156,261.54. Fiscal year 24, $156,261.54. Billed May 31st of each calendar year. Can I get a motion?
I'll motion.
Alderman Rivera,
Second.
Alderman Florian, second. Are there any questions to this motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Newsom,
Aye, motion carried. Item F, motion to approve spending authority to procure information technology professional services from ML Staffing in a not-to-exceed amount of $100,000 for the period between May 1st, 2022 to April 30th, 2023 pursuant to the professional services exemption, Section 2-458, subsection I, subsection 4. Can I get a motion on the floor?
I'll motion.
Alderman Rivera. Second, Alderman Florian. Are there any questions to this motion?
What does this vendor actually do? I'm sorry.
This vendor actually is the person that my IT contractors, the company my IT contractors work for.
Okay,
So that's simply funneling the money to them so they can pay those guys.
gotcha. All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian? Aye. Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Newsom?
Aye, motion carried. Item G, motion to adopt a resolution waiving competitive bidding and approving a contract with Dignified Cleaning Services, LLC, for janitorial services at the Waukegan Police Station in an amount not to exceed $91,000. Can I get a motion on the floor?
I'll motion.
Alderman Rivera. Second by Alderman Florian. The Waukegan Police Department requests proposals for weekly cleaning of the police department. The PD has been cleaned on a weekly basis by Dignified Cleaning out of Antioch. The purpose of the cleaning was to provide a clean and sanitary environment for employees and visitors during the COVID pandemic. Are there any questions to this motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Newsom?
Aye, motion carried. Item H, motion to approve spending authority for and payment of the 2022-2023 Northeastern Illinois Regional Crime Lab membership assessment fee in the amount of $128,600. The Waukegan Police Department is a member of the Northeastern Illinois Regional Crime Lab. This agency is currently responsible for processing physical evidence removed from various crime scenes throughout the city. The 2022-2023 membership assessment fee for the city of Waukegan is $128,600. This is a shared fee arrangement which is based on the population of each member's municipality. Motion by
I'll motion.
Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Florian. Are there any questions to this motion? Can I get a roll call, please?
Alderman Florian?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Newsom?
Aye, motion carried. Item I, motion to approve a resolution confirming Elrod Freeman LLP's appointment as Corporation Counsel and approving billing rates in effect through December 31st, 2022. Can I get a motion on the floor?
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion by Alderman Florian, second by Alderman Rivera. Are there any questions to this motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman Newsom?
Aye, motion carried. Item J, motion to authorize an application to be submitted for a congressionally directed spending request from U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth in the amount of $500,000 to support replacement of lead service lines in the city of Waukegan. Can I get a motion on the floor?
I'll motion. Oh,
Alderman Florian,
I'll second.
second by Alderman Rivera.
Either way.
This grant will provide funding to support replacement of lead service lines in the city of Waukegan. The primary function of this funding is to accelerate the replacement of the lead water service lines since the Illinois Lead Service Line Notification and Replacement Act was signed into effect. The initiative could see results within the annual water quality report since Waukegan does score below average for the lead exposure. Are there any questions to this motion? We'll be going for a grant. Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian?
Aye.
Alderman Rivera?
Aye.
Alderman
Aye, motion carried. Item K, motion to authorize an application to be submitted for a congressionally directed spending request from U.S. Senator Richard Durbin to accelerate the replacement of lead water service lines in the amount of $400,000 with a $100,000 local match requirement. Can I get a motion on the floor?
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion by Alderman Florian, second by Alderman Rivera. Are there any questions to this motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Houston.
Aye, motion carried. Item L, motion to authorize an application to be submitted for the project spending request CPF from Congressman Brad Schneider for the water plant SCADA system upgrade and motor control center MCC equipment improvements in the amount of $3,500,000 with a local match requirement of $800,000. Can I get a motion on the floor?
So moved.
I'll second.
Alderman Florian, second by Alderman Rivera. Are there any questions to this motion? Hopefully we'll get this grant.
Right?
Yeah, is there
Yeah.
more?
Yeah. Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Houston.
Aye, motion carried. Item M, motion to authorize the proper city officials to waive the competitive bidding requirements pursuant to Section 2-458, subsection I-1, and authorize the purchase of one ambulance from Foster Coach Sales Incorporated in the not-to-exceed amount of $352,347. Can I get a motion on the floor?
I'll motion.
Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Florian.
Yes.
The fire department is requesting approval for the purchase of one ambulance for replacement of the fire department's aging fleet. This purchase would be through the city-approved vendor, Foster Coach Sales Incorporated, whom the city fire department has purchased from in the past. The total cost of this acquisition is what it was above stated, $352,347. And I believe it will take up to a year to get this ambulance, and it is coming out of the ARPA funds, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Are there any other questions to this motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Florian,
Aye.
Alderman Rivera,
Aye.
Alderman Houston.
Aye, motion carried. Okay, reports and communications. Can I turn it on over to you? Oh, okay. Did anyone have any questions regarding our water consumption or rental stabilization fund, special events?
I have a couple questions.
Okay, Alderman Florian.
I know we can't talk about it publicly, but we still have several people, businesses, not paying their food and beverage like they're supposed to. And there seems to be some, I can't even tell, is Stu in here right now?
No, he's not.
Okay. And maybe Don knows the answer to this, there seems to be some confusion about whether we can prohibit people from renewing their licenses. It's been a practice. I don't know where the fault lies, where, licensing, approval, I don't know. I don't know all those ins and outs of how that all happens. But some of these, it's gone on for years. I mean, they owe us a significant amount of money, and yet they somehow manage to just renew their license and keep going. So I think if we don't have something in our ordinance that allows us to withhold people's renewal, we need to do that. So I don't know if you know the answer to that, Don, or not.
I know we're talking to our corporation counsel about that.
I'm speaking to your mic.
The ability to withhold licenses for people with unpaid bills of any kind.
This is what we had, that third party, they were going after sales taxes and stuff, so we had to squash that. So
Right.
we're going to have to come up with
But But you
I
can
guess an
clearly see,
ordinance.
you can clearly see on, you don't need someone to audit it. You can
Right.
clearly see it on these reports.
Right.
Month after month after month, it's zero,
Right.
zero, zero, zero.
Well, they were actually going after the people, you know, that
Right.
hadn't paid.
Looks like Stuart has something to add.
What is the crime? I apologize.
Is regarding the sales tax, food and beverage tax,
Food and beverage and liquor.
that, you know, the different businesses are not paying their share of the food and beverage tax.
Month after month after month.
And is there anything that we can do as far as prohibiting the renewal of their business license until they get paid up?
We have not looked at that particular question. We can. I'm sorry, I'm just about to take a phone call out there. We will, there has been a larger discussion about tax audits and payment of food and beverage, which we are looking at. And we're going to, if you'll recall, the Avenue audit provisions, the Avenue audit contract. We're going to be talking about some results from that. We're getting the final results, I believe, next week. And so I think the most important thing is that we want businesses to be operating in a successful manner, but also paying all the taxes, so we have a fair baseline.
Well, I know you weren't in here, but, I mean, we don't really need an audit to see some of them. I mean, it's zero month after month after month after month. I don't need a CPA to tell me that that's wrong, that there's something not right there, when you know it's a business that's up and running. So somehow, all along, these businesses have been allowed to keep doing this. And I just think we need to figure out a way to somehow hold them accountable.
Stuart, if I may ask, so there's nothing in any of our ordinances that will allow us to not renew a license if taxes are not paid current?
I have to look at them specifically if the non-renewal provisions refer to payment of taxes. Usually there's a general compliance with law provision.
Okay.
Do you have any more questions on the floor?
Yes, so on the push tax collections report, can you, Don, I don't know if you'll have this number, I should have probably emailed you about this today, but do you know, I know we've collected zero, I know that for a fact. Do you know how much it's cost us so far to keep the, you know, we've had to pay lawyers for this, and there's this ongoing process. Do you know how much we've spent on the push tax?
No, I would not know that.
Okay. All right, thank you.
If there are no other questions, take a motion to adjourn
So moved.
by Alderman Rivera, second by Alderman Florian
Second, yeah.
at 6:08 PM. Thank you.